There are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige them.
Underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this player Vlahovic is more impressive game by game, Peter. Big Serbian, he's proven that he has lots of dimensions to his game. And I think people look at him and probably imagine that all they're going to do is bounce balls off him. But he's not that kind of centre-forward. He's got a lot more to his game. He's quick. Deceptively quick on the turn, and there's great dynamism to his movement.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Garun, and here's Skamaka. Zalewski. Garun. Here's Skamaka! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Skamaka clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him.
Kalulu, aim forwards. Kelly. Locatelli. Brema. Kelly. Kalulu. Vlahovic. And here's Openda. Yildiz. Conceição. Oh, it's Yildiz. And here's Vlahovic. Locatelli. Conceição. Now the cross. Vlahovic! There's an early warning shot across the bow.
Quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Hit into them. Oh, what a climb! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Kalulu, gently done. Kenny. Yildiz. Vlahovic. Goes for a shot! It's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Atalanta finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Zalewski. And he cuts out the supply. McKennie. Locatelli. Kelly. Kostic. Bremer. And he goes cross-field. The most accurate pass. De Roon. Francisco Conceição. Kelly. Locatelli. Vlahovic. Musa. De Roon. City. Zalewski. McKennie, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. De Roon gets across to intercept that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pasalic. And it's Musa. Musa has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Pasalic. Now here's the delivery. Corner given. And goes back. Looking here to chip it through. McKennie getting this one clear. Openda. Conceição. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Scalvini. Good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Zalewski. Zalewski. He's found a way through. Looks a good cross. Can he finish? Good effort first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
There are a few waiting for it. He is just caressing the ball. Tries to get it clear. There's the shot! Just sails past the upright.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Moved on forwards. Bremer. Locatelli. Atalanta are already trailing here early on. They cannot afford to let this get worse.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
Conceição. Oh, sweet feet. Some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
And it's Zalewski. And here's Skamaka. Locatelli shifted upfield. Brema. Musa. That's tidy. It's run loose here. Zalewski. De Roon. Atalanta already trailing, and we've barely begun. Musa. And here's Skamaka! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And it's played forward. Francisco Conceição. Kelly, Locatelli, cuts out the pass, De Roon, Scalvini, and he's on a charge. It's Zalewski. And Zalewski. First quarter of an hour gone. Vlahovic, who does have an assist to his name, are looking to break at pace. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Musa. Pasalic. Good spread. Nice control. Locatelli getting this one clear. Scalvini. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Kenny, Brema, Kostic, Locatelli, Brema, Locatelli, Yildiz looking to add to his goal, Kostic, forwards and with intent, that has been knocked clear. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It's a deception. His positioning was spot on. McKennie. Kelly. Kostic. Locatelli. Yildiz, Conceição, Jim City can get it clear. Pasalic, played towards the other side. It's really well manoeuvred. It's De Roon. Skamaka. Kalulu. Kelly. Yildiz. Kostic. Decent progress down the left. Came forwards. Pasalic. Locatelli. Rema. Locatelli. Yildiz. Well, that's well seen too. Kelly. Yildiz. Yildiz! Kostic makes the interception. Kostic. Oh, it's come loose. Musa did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely intercepted. Zalewski. Oh, perfectly measured that. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, it's played into the area. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Kalulu shifted upfield. McKennie. And here's Vlahovic. Conceição. Lovely, now then. Vlahovic! They've played it short. Kelly, that's aimed into the middle. And back to the keeper they go. Ball's being played in here nice and early.
Yeah, that'll be a test for that defence, but I'd like my players to keep mixing it up if I was in that position, you know, and not become predictable. They've got to avoid that.
Yildiz. And it's Conceição. Muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Musa. Zalewski. McKennie wins the duel this time. Yildiz. Yildiz gently done. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Scamacca. The road. Out to the left it goes. Zalewski tries a cross. Vlahovic. Francisco Conceição. McKennie. Yildiz. Openda! Zalewski. Kosunu. Musa. it's Pasalic. Scamacca. Played out to the right. Pasalic. And it's played in here. Kelly with the clearance. Scamacca! Oh, bang on target. Here's Openda. Openda, and it's lofted through here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Duron, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Musa. The road. That's physical challenge. Yildiz. That's been won straight back. And they're not going to make any further progress now. The road. Scamacca. Oh, he's found support out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Kostic. Bremer. Kelly. Here's Scamacca. Duron done delicately. Can he latch on to this? Francisco Conceição. Yildiz. Locatelli. Long-time, excellent interception. Now it's Openda! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Openda actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Conceição. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Musa, that's a clever-looking ball. Showing good feet. And it's Musa. Defending was strong and firm. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Duron stood his ground strongly. Zalewski. Looks to the other side. Atalanta are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Oh, nice touch. And here's Scamacca. And it's played forward. Vlahovic. Kenny. Kalulu. Francisco Conceição. Kelly. Yildiz. Vlahovic. And it's McKennie. Swings it across. A header! Goal! And this is getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Pasalic. Scamacca. Musa. Pasalic. Scamacca. Plenty to aim at here. Atalanta have reclaimed it. Moved on forwards. Kalulu. Kelly. Kostic. And it's Kostic. Kostic going full tilt down the left. Referee has just said play on. Pasalic. Ball is over the line. And it's Musa. Musa. And play for a throw. Darun. Oh, that is Scamacca! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Locatelli. Yildiz. Out to the right. And that's put paid to a promising move. Scamacca. Scamacca played out to the left flank. Zalewski. There's the header! That was very necessary. And here's Pasalic. In by Pasalic. Kelly getting this one clear. Averted for now. Musa. That's very neat. And it's Zalewski. Zalewski! A real chance and a real let-off.
Atalanta have obviously gone down this shooting route in the hope of exposing a flaw or two. I think the best thing they can do is just move to plan B.
Now it's Vlahovic. Oh, that's a nice ball. Musa. Rene. Yildiz. That has been cut short. Tries a deft little ball. Kelly clears it away. Get a throw in. Zalewski. Ball swung in. And he's there to get it away. The room. And he's fouled him there. He's gone for it! Oh, the ball's come loose here. I think it's best to keep it in play here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kalulu. Francisco Conceição. McKennie. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Kostic. This might spell danger. And here's Openda. Gets good distance on it. That's a good ball. And it's Conceição. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, that's nice. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Francisco Conceição really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Musa. Now it's Pasalic. Musa. Pasalic. That's an excellent interception. And that's a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
You know, you can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. And it's been taken short. So who's he picking out? Pasalic shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! The second half sparks straight into life! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. Got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Zalewski. The road. And it's Zalewski. Scalvini. The road. Pasalic looks to get on the end of this. Di Gregorio deals with that nice and simple. And he's heaved it away. Kalulu have it back and can go again. McKennie. Francisco Conceição. Jim City did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pasalic. Back into the middle. Plays it through. Cross needs to be good. And that has been cleared. Time to deliver. Pasalic shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it will make him feel much better at the moment.
Oh, such a clever touch. And what about this cross? Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Kosunu does really well to win the ball there. Jim City forwards and with intent. The road. Really well manoeuvred. Kalulu. Yildiz. Francisco Conceição. And here's Vlahovic. Vlahovic. And claimed it back swiftly. The road. Locatelli. Jim City moved on forwards. The road. Played out to the right. Now then, the ball's come loose.
They should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Yildiz. Oh, shooting chance! Vlahovic! Zalewski. De Roon. And it's played forward. Zalewski. Zalewski going full steam ahead down the left flank. Searching passes played there. Throwing. No way through, so back it comes. That's going to go a long way. Musa. Pasalic. Not lovely bit of skill. Pasalic with the cross. Well read, nice interception. Musa. Calmly anticipates. McKennie gently done. Yildiz has been caught there, it's a foul.
Vlahovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Pasalic. He's in plenty of space here. Kalulu shifted upfield. And here's Openda. Openda, it's a decent chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Kosunu battling down that right flank.
Vlahovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's hoisted clear. Big chance! Split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Here's McKennie. Kelly, oh, good take in a good area. And they can counter here. Vlahovic. Vlahovic! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Into the lead once more.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? McKennie cuts it out. Bremer. Kalulu. Francisco Conceição. Vlahovic. Yildiz. Over to the left. That's good play. Locatelli.
Yildiz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bremer. Kostic. Locatelli. Bremer. Kostic. Aim forwards. Locatelli. Conceição. And he's picked out the run. Nice interception, well timed. Musa. Daron. Zalewski. Thinks one through. It's a pretty loose pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Conceição. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Scalvini. Zalewski. Yildiz was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's Pasalic. He can run onto that. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space. The player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Daron! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Looks like he's been taken out there. He can get that clear.
Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other departments in front.
And here's Pasalic. Musa played with finesse. Gets his head on it! Now that was a full-blooded header.
Jim City instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution though. Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Musa. Openda. Musa. And the counter is on. Yildiz gently done. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Spread out to the left. A chance to play it in. Zalewski puts the ball in. Down! It's a loose ball. That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Running strong and purposeful. Kelly. Locatelli. Bremer. Yildiz. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Strong running down that left flank. Scalvini. Zalewski. De Roon. It's De Roon. Here comes the cross. That was nowhere near his best. They've seen lots of the ball, time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Moved on forwards. De Roon. Openda. Francisco Conceição. De Roon. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Zalewski providing an outlet on that flank. Kalulu. And it's played forward. Conceição, now he's off and running. Pasalic. Tries a measured ball. De Roon made out to the left flank. Oh, that's neat. Can he deliver? Kenny attempts a clearance. Yildiz forwards with intent. Jim City And it's Musa.
Atalanta clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Conceição. Now it's Vlahovic. It's Yildiz. Chance! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
That's really well manoeuvred. Caught offside that time. Kalulu, McKennie, Kelly shifted upfield. Francisco Conceição, Vlahovic caresses it through. Kosunu can get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Calmly anticipates.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he cuts out the supply. McKennie.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Yildiz! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. It's Zalewski. Into the channel. Musa tries across. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. It makes life so much harder for that defence.
Kostic tries to clear.
Atalanta clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's shifting through the gears here. Francisco Conceição moved on forwards.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Could be danger here. Cuts out the pass. Pasalic. Musa.
Atalanta really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Zalewski.
Atalanta clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Kelly. Kelly, gently done. Now it's Pasalic. Pasalic, played out towards the right wing. Very nicely done. Musa flashes it across. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Real chance! And somehow he managed to miss it. Musa, and it's Pasalic. Openda. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
City. And that could set him. And the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Time, excellent interception. Francisco Conceição, McKennie, and it's played forward, cleared without complication.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well read, the danger is averted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And a shot!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Raspatori. And it's Zalewski. Daron. And that has been cleared.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's really well manoeuvred. Great defending, strong and determined. Kalulu. Kostic, aim forwards, now it's Openda. And here's Yildiz, out to the left it goes. That is lovely. One good cross, maybe the last chance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Raspatori. Daron. Locatelli producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Bremer. Kostic. And here's Openda. Lovely feet.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Moved on forwards. McKennie. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that pass just didn't quite work. Kalulu. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Di Gregorio, long ball by the goalkeeper. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Locatelli. Now who's going to be first to this? Musa, played into the middle. Kelly attempts a clearance. Changes then in quick succession.
Well, with the introduction of such a tall lad now, we may well see a more predictable, lofty route forward, but it's still very hard to deal with that, you know, if they can affect it right.
Brilliantly cut out. They need to get it in quick. Musa. Now this could... He's having a shot! Wins the duel this time. Zalewski. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's the Ketelara. Kalulu is there and he can get that clear. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Now it's Vlahovic. He is through here. Now it's Openda. It really is now or never. They need a goal. How should a goal? Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
Zalewski. Oh, that's nice. And it's the road. And a chance! He scores! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
All square again. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.